I'm Abby and I'm on week 2 of 75 Hard. Come and spend the day with me. My husband is home for the weekend, so we did end up waking up a little bit later and just kind of relaxing for the morning. So it is currently 10:56 a.m. and we're just now making some breakfast. Really excited for today because for my outside workout today, we are going to the pool. I'll actually be in the pool for a good 6 hours today, so I know by the time I get back, I'm just going to be so exhausted. I do think that I'm not gonna have a problem doing my full gallon of water today. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with tracking my food for the day. So let's go ahead and scan in the sausage. I'm going to have these eggs, homemade oat bread. I'm going to be having the cottage cheese as well. And I'm going to add in some ghee. Okay, this is the summary for breakfast. And after a lot of you gave me the advice of looking at the TDEE calculator, I have looked at that and I'm definitely going to up that calorie limit that I had set for myself. Let's talk about week 2 for a second, how that went for me, things I struggled with and things I felt a little better about. Beginning of the week, super unmotivated, feeling so tired. I know everyone's always curious about the water, so I'll start with how that's been for me. The first week, I had my struggles a lot with it. Second week, not so much, though I still do. I noticed towards around 2-3 o'clock, I really slow down on how much water I'm doing, and I stop going by those timestamps as much. So by the end of the night, I have quite a bit to drink because I hadn't been going by them as much, and that's torture, it feels like, to have to drink so much right before I go to bed. And then, of course, the effect of that is that I'm up all night using the bathroom. And I notice especially on the weekends, like my husband's home, so we'll sleep in a little later and I won't have water by the time that I usually do. And when I wake up, I am craving it so much. You can just tell that my body's screaming at me to get some water. So that's new. So on the subject of my diet, the diet that I chose was no soda, no sweets, and no eating past 8 p.m. So really, I didn't make it that hard to stick to. I just did a couple basics, and I'm still eating a lot of what I like. So that was the first half of the week. I still stuck by that. Second half of the week, a lot of my YouTube comments were talking about counting calories, and that might be better for me because I have been so tired. So I did decide to count my calories, and that has been a little overwhelming, but a lot of you have told me it'll get easier as I go. First, it's definitely harder because you're having to log so much, but as you have like your saved meals and ingredients and such, it gets easier. Plus, I'm going to try my best and get some extra protein into my system. I'll have more updates for you next week, as I'll be doing it all week next week versus just the end of this week. But yeah, so far so good with the diet. I can't really say that I've struggled with it because like I said, I made it quite easy for myself. For exercise on 75 Hard, you have to do one 45-minute exercise outside and then one 45-minute exercise inside. This last week, I have struggled with the exercise. My main struggles are just getting out there and doing it for my outside one. I never want to, badly don't want to. That first week you're full of so much motivation, you're ready to get out there and do it, and you're feeling good, but that motivation starts to slip away, and that's where the discipline has to come in. And so I'm not gonna lie to you, I have definitely had to force myself every day of this week to get out there and get it done, but I have. I do feel my legs getting much, much stronger. I can definitely walk further distances, walk a bit faster. So yeah, it's definitely still a big battle with the exercise and not having any rest days at all. But I have to say, I'm definitely looking forward to my outside workout today. There's this app and it lets people pretty much rent out their swimming pools to you so you can go swim privately, I guess, with your family and everything. And this pool looks pretty good and has good reviews. So we'll see. I'll get back to you on how the experience is, but it seems pretty cool. I figure I need to go ahead and read my book, so I'm going to go ahead and get those 10 pages out of the way. So this chapter was more so about comparing yourself to others. And my favorite quote from this chapter is, "It is impossible to enjoy your life or love yourself and beat yourself up at the same time." We are officially on our way to the pool. I'm so excited. It looks like it's going to be storming for maybe one of the hours that we're there, but thankfully they have like a private pool house that we could probably stay in during that. You know, the best workouts are when it doesn't even feel like a workout. For lunch, we're just having this tuna salad and then some croissants. So I'm just gonna make a little sandwich. I'm putting this in my tracking app. The croissant was 190 calories. Since this is already made tuna salad, I'm just gonna kind of look up a generic tuna salad. That's the best I can do today, okay? With egg, and we'll say that I did half a cup. So that shows 227 calories. I do know that this is very high protein because there is a large amount of eggs in this, and of course the tuna. It is 2:02 p.m. and I've obviously got a long way to go on the water, but I think I'll get it done today. It is unfortunately about to start storming, so I think we'll have to get out for a couple of hours, but we've been having a blast, so it's okay. I've got about 2 more hours left in the pool, and you guys will not believe that I'm only on my 9 a.m. mark today. What was I thinking? Just so you can get a good reference point, it is currently 4 p.m., which means I should be down here. So that's not good. I thought I would drink more today, but something about being in the pool, I guess, doesn't make me as thirsty as I thought it was going to. Oh yeah, it's a very much struggling with water day. So I said earlier that we were swimming for 6 hours. It's actually 5 hours. It's currently almost 5 o'clock, so we've got about an hour left. And then we're going to go back home, and I think I'm gonna make some dinner before I do the indoor workout. Honestly, kind of feels like my 2-week reward to just be in this pool right now. So now, unfortunately, we have to leave, which sucks because I think I could just sleep in here. But overall, this was a really great experience. Really nice pool. Of course, I think it's gonna vary depending on whose pool you go to, but this one's especially nice because it has the little outhouse with a toilet and shower and such in there, so that is very cool. Their house is a little farther out, and they didn't come and bother us or anything, and we didn't bother them, so I mean, very, very nice. Not sponsored, by the way, but the app that I use is Swimply. And overall, a very cool experience. Definitely worth the money to have, you know, pretty much your own private pool for however many hours. So now we have to go. We are done swimming now, and I feel really good but really tired. Don't know how I'm going to get this next 45-minute inside workout done. You know, after pretty much working out for 5 hours, it does not sound that enticing. But I'm trying to stick to the rules of the challenge, so I'm going to still do the inside workout. I am going to eat one more of these sandwiches just because I am starving and know I'll still be able to eat dinner once I get home. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but I am doing a 2,200 calorie deficit. I'm now about to start cooking dinner. We're just going simple tonight with some BLTs.
So it is currently 8 o'clock at night and I am doing my inside workout. Aside from everything in my head telling me not to or that I don't want to do this, I'm going to do it anyways. For today, I am just going to kind of take it slow on the exercise bike. I was going to try out yoga. I don't really know how to do yoga, to be honest, so I'd have to watch a YouTube video and follow along, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. So I'm just going to take it nice, easy, and slow on the exercise bike today, and hopefully these 45 minutes can be over with before I know it. And I also still have to finish this water, which I am halfway through the gallon now, but I'll finish it. I'm determined. Okay, I officially got done with my 45 minutes. It is now almost 9 o'clock at night, and if I've learned one thing, it is to have a good schedule. Even on the weekends, I need to get out of bed earlier like I do throughout the week, because this was not very fun to have to do everything, right after I had a really good time swimming and was really tired. The ideal situation would have been I would have woke up this morning and done it then, but here we are. I still got it done. I just need to get a bit better with my schedule during the weekends. This is where I am currently at with the water, so as you can tell, we've still got a bit to go. I foresee myself at least being up another couple of hours, which I really did not want to be, but I refuse to fail this challenge, so I'm going to drink this. Now I am going to go open up some packages that I got from Amazon because I got a lot of things relating to 75 hard, things I want to try out, and I want to talk about them a little. So come open some packages with me. So completely not 75 hard related, but I'm having a couple of plants that need to be repotted, so I got a couple more pots. Ah yes, this weird thing. This is a weighted hula hoop, and the reviews made it look really good. I personally have never even seen these before, but it looked really interesting to do. Perfect for indoor or outdoor exercise, but I definitely wanted more variety in my outdoors, just to have a little bit more fun because the heat can get to me sometimes, so I'll definitely be trying this outside probably tomorrow. I think there's all these parts like this because you can kind of adjust it to fit around you how it needs to. So it'll definitely be very interesting. I'll have to make sure I video it. It even came with a little 30-day challenge. I don't know if I'll be doing that. We'll see. I really needed some more sports bras, so I got this pack of 3. They feel really nice. Since I am doing these workouts 7 days a week, twice a day, I'm definitely running through workout clothes like crazy. I also got a jump rope. Yet another thing that I thought would be fun to do outside, but to be honest with you, I know I'm way over in my head, because though I used to be good at jump rope, I know me here right now is going to be so pathetic with it. We'll see, but I know this is going to be something that I cannot do for a very long time at all. So for an indoor and absolutely can be an outdoor exercise as well, I got these little steppers. I continuously see people work out with these a lot, and I just caved. Had to get them. This is definitely something else that I'm going to show you in my next vlog. I think this will be really nice, just do this, have the TV on. I think it would be a good time. I got a little headband. These like gentle elastics for my hair just because I feel they're better for my hair than the claw clips that I've been using. And then with those sports bras, I also got myself a lot of tank tops that are like the same shape as the sports bras. And they were actually quite cute. They were needed. I'll tell you that much. Very needed. I'm usually just wearing a big t-shirt kind of like this, and it gets hot. I'm just so excited to have some more workout clothing. So anyways, that was it in my haul. I have one other thing coming, and since it'll arrive in the next couple of days, I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is. It's a little mini trampoline, and I just think that is the coolest thing. I'm definitely going to have some fun trying these new things out for my workouts, and I'm really glad to have like the different kind of variety. I think it's just personally better for me if I can switch up things every so often. So at this point, I want to show you where I ended up with my calorie counting for the day. As I said this morning, I did listen and understand your advice, and I have upped that calorie count, and I've settled at the moment at a 2,200 calorie deficit. This is what I had for breakfast. This was lunch, and this was dinner. I do know that was way too much mayonnaise. I guess I just didn't realize calories were going to be that high. Which is my bad. I'm thinking about replacing mayonnaise because I love mayonnaise with like a light mayonnaise maybe. I know a lot of you said that you can't really trust the calories that it takes away when you're inputting your exercise because it often overestimates that. I did do at least 4.5 hours of pretty much non-stop swimming today. I was always either flailing my arms or moving my legs. I really wasn't like sitting too still today. And then I, of course, just did the exercise bike for 45 minutes as well, but at a slower pace than usual. This is showing my energy, protein, net carbs, and fat count for the day. I think I did pretty good on the protein for today, especially considering that I had to put in a generic tuna salad because I didn't do all the work when I made it. There were a lot of eggs in there. I think really I'm not even going to include my exercise on here because I just want to see where I'm at with the food. So yeah, when I take the exercise off, it shows 73 calories remaining. So I guess I did good. I mean, I still stayed under what I set. Also, wow, yeah, if you noticed, my plant looks like she's dying. Her name is Sassy, and she truly is a sassy little one, but she's also my favorite plant because she just lets me know when she needs water, and this is her letting me know she needs water. I'm trying to drink this pretty fast because I know if I go to sleep so late tonight that I will have troubles sticking to the schedule tomorrow, so I am just trying to power through so hard. You know, I said that usually nights are the worst with me for water because I usually have quite a bit left, but not this much. I've never had this much water left. I know I'm going to be extra regretting my decision to wait so long when I am up all night having to go pee constantly. Under the 7 p.m. mark. This bottle and me have a serious love-hate relationship. I think I am going to go ahead and take my shower and then hopefully can knock the rest of this water out right after and go to bed. That shower was definitely needed, but I was right in thinking it was just going to make me a million times more tired. I'm still determined to get through this little bit, so we'll get it done. Since I have made it to the 2 weeks, I am going to attach some before and after progress photos. First one clearly being from 2 weeks ago to the second one being from today. As I stated in my previous videos, I will not be sharing how much weight I've lost, what weight I started at, etc. until the end of this journey. I more so want to focus on everything else besides the numbers. And just like that, at 10 p.m., we are done with the water. Yeah, so I think my biggest lesson of the day is to stick to a schedule. I'm really good about it during the week, on the weekends not so much. But of course, if I'm doing this 7 days a week, there needs to be some semblance of a schedule on the weekends as well. If anything, today taught me yet again how determined I am to get through this challenge. I think at this point, I am definitely going to go to bed and hopefully have a good night's sleep. I do have updates on my 75 hard journey every Tuesday and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, so if you'd like to keep up with me, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for joining me on my day, and I will see you soon.